Today, we're gonna be comparing 7 of the best pieces of carry-on luggage. Here's a look at each bag we're gonna cover today. The Away carry-on in the color Coast, the Beis carry-on in navy, the Calpak Hue carry-on in black, the July carry-on Essential in moss, the LEVEL8 Textured Carry-On in white, the Monos carry-on in desert taupe, the Nomatic Carry-On in black. I've received hundreds of comments requesting this video, and several of these bags have been mentioned by name in those comments, but I also threw in a couple of others I found through my own research. I've spent an entire month researching, testing, measuring, weighing, packing, rolling, getting to know absolutely everything about these bags. And to me, there are some clear winners and some definite losers. So the reason for this video is to give you a comprehensive and in-depth guide as to which piece of carry-on luggage is worth your hard-earned money. Briefly, I want to mention the criteria for being featured in this video. First off, each bag I'm gonna show you is marketed as a carry-on, meaning they're at or around that 22-inch by 14-inch by 9-inch carry-on luggage size. I know this sounds silly to say, but a good piece of carry-on luggage should be able to be carried on to any flight. What I would hate for you to do is go buy one of these bags and then be surprised because an airline won't allow you to carry it on. Each bag is made with a polycarbonate shell and a clamshell style opening. Each bag features 360-degree spinner wheels, zippers with built-in TSA-approved locks, some measure of built-in organization, and offers some kind of warranty. This video is not sponsored, and these companies honestly don't even know that I'm making this video. I spent my own money to make this video. I am gonna link to each of these bags below, and some of them are affiliate links, but that has not influenced my recommendation. 3 things we're looking for. First and foremost, which bags to avoid. Next, the best budget pick, the best bang for your buck budget carry-on suitcase, if you will. And finally, the best all-around piece of carry-on luggage. Let's do it. As a friend, here are the bags that I think you should just forget about. First up, for obvious and unfortunate reasons, is the Beis carry-on. This bag is simply too big and too heavy. If you look at all the bags we're comparing lined up, it's easily the tallest, like a full inch taller than the other bags. It's almost a full inch deeper too. This bag is not gonna fit in any of those bag sizers that you see at the airport, and the internal capacity is 49 liters. That's not carry-on sized. It's by far the heaviest. It's like 8.5 pounds. And it's a bummer because I can tell that Beis as a company has really put a lot of energy into building extra features into their bags. It's got a lot of cool organization and compartmentalization inside. There's this little strap on the outside for connecting to other bags or for holding on to something. The telescoping handle has a nice cushion on the bottom. I couldn't stop playing with it. Okay, to me, here's a dead giveaway that this isn't actually a carry-on. The handle on the side has a visual indicator for when your bag is over 50 pounds. Who's gonna carry on a bag even close to 50 pounds? No airline is gonna let you on with that. It's also got an extra zipper so that it expands another 2 inches to get even bigger. I know that seems nice, but it's gonna encourage overpacking a bag that's already too big to carry on, especially internationally. This bag, unfortunately, isn't a carry-on. Maybe it's a cool, small, checked bag, but it's not a carry-on. Okay, the next 2 losers are largely due to value for money. First up is the Nomatic Carry-On Classic. This bag is by far the most expensive on our list. It's 400 bucks. I think Nomatic is a cool company. They make cool stuff, and don't get me wrong, this isn't a bad bag, but it's not better than the best bags on this list. Certainly not better enough to fetch the price. It just isn't. I do want to give credit where credit is due. The magnetic compression straps, super cool. The bag has a really cool look to it, but there's some things I was genuinely unimpressed with. The telescoping handle felt rickety, and the clamshell opening is not 50-50, meaning it's not a perfect split. It doesn't lay flat when it's open. One side is shallower than the other. The curve on the outside of the bag, though it's a really cool design, eats into the internal capacity. I think these guys make great stuff, but it just doesn't win in this category. Okay, the next bag I would avoid is the Calpak Hue carry-on. It's okay, it's a no frills bag, and it's the right size. It's got a lot of the same features as everything on this list, but I found the handles on this bag to be really flimsy and feel really cheap. Honestly, a lot of things about this bag feel cheap. It's also got that expandability feature, which again, I think encourages overpacking. This bag doesn't have a lifetime warranty. It's the only bag on the list that doesn't. It's only got 2 years of warranty. My hope in including this bag originally was that at 195 bucks, it'd be a good contender for a lower price point bag. But if that's the direction you're trying to go, I would forget this one and instead recommend you check out the next bag. This is the Textured Carry-On by Level 8 Cases. This bag is perfectly sized for carry-on travel. It has an internal capacity of 40 liters. And at $159.99, it's the cheapest bag on our list. Now, it doesn't have any frills, and to me, it's not a contender for best overall. It doesn't have built-in compression, no extras really of any kind. But it is my best budget pick and a really solid bag. It's simple, aesthetically pleasing, clean lines, and in my opinion, quite possibly the smoothest wheels on this entire list. Comes in 5 different colors. Honestly, I've been really impressed with this bag and Level 8 Cases in general. If you're trying to land in that $150 to $200 range, this could be the bag for you. Hey, if you've gotten value out of this video so far, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to our channel so YouTube will know to recommend it to more travelers like you. Now we're left with 3 contenders for best overall carry-on bag: Away, July, and Monos. Let's start with what they have in common. All 3 of these bags are hovering at around that $250 price point. They all have built-in compression pads that you can cinch down. They all come with little extras like a laundry bag, which is a nice touch. All 3 of these bags are good bags, but you're not here for good, are you? No, you're here for best. So let's get nitpicky. Okay, the first of these that I'm gonna eliminate from contention is the Away Carry-On. Away was one of the first big names on the block in this category, and perhaps they've simply just been usurped by companies who wanted it more. I don't know. Of these 3 options, it's definitely the heaviest. I hated the zipper. It kept snagging as I was trying to zip it up. These other 2 bags have this nice edge-to-edge seaming that creates a great watertight seal. But on the Away bag, there's this weird divot for the zipper and it just doesn't seem as watertight. I don't like that. The connector piece on the spine of this bag is attached to the outside rather than the inside, and it made it kind of resistant to laying flat. The Away bag is good, but you have better options, honestly. Okay, so it comes down to the July and the Monos. Aesthetically, it's a tie, honestly. Both of these bags look really cool, in my opinion. They both offer multiple colorways, plus several extra limited edition colors. All right, we've reached the point in the video where I think it's a pretty close race. I would say either bag is gonna be a solid choice. However, I personally have a clear winner, and I wanna use a couple of features to break down why. Let's start with July. The July bag's telescoping handle is the widest. You might wonder, hey, why does that matter? But if you plan on having a personal item size bag, it's common for those to have a luggage pass-through, where your backpack, let's say, can slip over that telescoping handle. And at 7 inches, this handle will be just too wide for certain bags. Next, the July bag's proportions made it feel off kilter to me. The bag just doesn't feel balanced. When I picked it up, because the handle is placed more towards the outside of the bag naturally wants to lean rather than hold steady. When I rolled it, it felt a little bit uneasy. Now let's contrast that with the Monos. The Monos Carry-On's telescoping handle is unrivaled on this list. The aluminum tubing is set at opposing 45-degree angles, whereas others on this list are just flat. What that does is it reduces that handle shake and that side-to-side instability you feel. It feels like the strongest and sturdiest handle of all of these. They're also the only case on this list to put the button on the underside, which is more natural and ergonomic, in my opinion, to use. It's also the appropriate size for your personal item bag to slide over with that luggage pass-through we were just talking about. Honestly, the sizing in this bag, the placement of the handles, it makes it feel perfectly balanced.
This whole thing should be.
The wheels, quite possibly the quietest. I think level 8s were the smoothest. These are the quietest. Mono's compression straps felt the highest quality to me. I just liked that experience a little more. Ultimately, Monos just seems to have the highest commitment to quality. And you can see on their site, their bags have undergone serious testing and R&D. They look good, they feel good, and they work really, really well. And that's why the Monos Carry-On is my #1 pick for carry-on luggage. There are a lot of really good options on this list. I think there's several great choices, but there can only be one winner. I put a ton of work into this review, hours of research, putting facts into Excel. I spent my own money on these bags. If you decide to purchase any of these, please consider using the links below. I may not make enough in YouTube ads to cover even the cost of this video, but if you do use those links, I will get a small commission at no additional cost to you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Happy travels.